Hey you guys, this is Crow from Crow Archery and Motorcycle Adventures, and we are going to go ahead and start taking a look at step 4 in the MRT program. It's going to be kind of long because there's a couple of things you have to do into it, but I'll go ahead and read through it, show you what you got to do, and then I'll go through, work on mine, do mine, and make another video uploading it. So here we go. So step 4 is you are on the freedom ladder. When you complete step 3, you are in the stage of uncertainty. One way to visualize the situation is to see yourself standing at the foot of a ladder. You can choose to climb the ladder or you can choose to fall back into the bottom of the box. The ladder goes over the walls that surround you and it leads to freedom, although you probably will be uncertain about what that means. It is not an easy ladder to climb. The choice is yours alone. While you are in uncertainty, you have a number of things you must do. One of them, strangely, is to prove to yourself that you actually are uncertain. To prove to yourself that you are uncertain about things, consider this line of reasoning. What do you really know for certain? Is it possible to be aware of all things, about all things, at all times? Who has 100% awareness all the time? As you sit reading these words, you can probably look around and see others. They may be reading, talking, or sleeping. Yet you really don't know much about what is really happening with them. You don't know what is going on outside of your room either. You don't really know what's going on anywhere else, do you? Think of the 6.5 billion people on Earth. That number is actually to 8 billion now. But with their relationships, thoughts, and situations, how aware are you of them? Not much if you have any awareness of them at all. Now think about the universe and how much you know about it. How do you fit into the big picture? You don't know, do you? In fact, in comparison to everything there is and all the people that exist, your genuine awareness falls pretty short. How can you possibly insist that your beliefs are correct? You should be uncertain, friend, when all that you are absolutely certain about is that you are uncertain, then you are there. In uncertainty, you'll wonder if there really are any answers to life. You'll wonder if there are any right answers in your life. You will become uncertain about your goals and your roles in life. You will constantly find yourself saying, I don't know. To help you understand how to escape the stage of uncertainty, moving up the ladder rather than falling down, you need to understand how you have been acting in roles. That is, you've been like an actor throughout your life playing a role. The roles that you play in life are really just reactions to situations. Situations arise and you assume a role, you react. You react like a machine. You have a ready-made learned response to situations that arise. You have an anger response, a fight response, a jealousy response, and other responses that automatically appear when various situations arise. You have numerous other roles that you have accepted about yourself, from inmate, drug user, con, to maybe even the role of child or parent. One simple example of how this reaction works is when someone says something bad about your mother or another family member. It makes you angry and makes you want to fight. You think your reaction is justified and you blame the other person for your actions. They made me do it, you think. It's their fault. But what real difference does what other people say about your family make? Does it change your family? No, it changes nothing at all. But your reaction can sure cause you problems. Hopefully, at this point, you are uncertain whether any of your responses and rules for living are right or good. In truth, chances are rather high that you have been acting like the guy who dressed like a cowboy. You may not dress like that guy, but if you think about why you dress the way you do or why you talk the way you do, you might see what we are saying. Hopefully, at the same time, you can begin to see your possible freedom around the corner. Your liberty is close. To climb the freedom ladder one more step, you must take a genuine act of responsibility. You must become aware of everything in your life and then take full responsibility for all of it. This step sounds rather profound, and it is profound because you are uncertain. You must rid yourself of a basic uncertainty about yourself. Of course, you haven't figured out the world yet, but that's not necessary. You won't have figured out yourself either, but that isn't necessary either. All right, so the essence of step 4. As you become honest, trustworthy, and acceptant of reality, you begin becoming more aware of the many things in your life. Step 4 is all about raising that awareness. So people in uncertainty are uncertain about most things. They are uncertain whether there are any answers in life, and they are uncertain whether there is any meaning in life. They are unsure whether anyone can be trusted and not sure whether they themselves can be trusted. They are also unsure where they are in life and what direction they should take. They are uncertain whether there is even a right direction for them to take in life. A clue to the stage of uncertainty is when a person says, "I don't know," when asked important questions about the direction they are going to take in life. To escape uncertainty, there is a major step you must fulfill. You must fully assess your present life and become certain of all the things that are in your life right now. You must become totally aware of all the things that make up your life. So you begin step 4 by completing the things in my life exercise, which is on the next page. It is a fun exercise that asks you to account for all of your time right now. It is designed to make you aware of all the activities that make up your life, and it is shared in your group. Okay, so there is this. I'll hold it up long enough to where you can kind of see it. If you need to, you can take a screenshot. But what it says is the things in my life right now. There's 15 spaces. On one side of the spaces, it's hours. The other side, it's the activity. So countless people, events, places, ideas, desires, hopes, dreams, objects, and things make up our lives. Taking a really good look at the things that make up our lives help us get a sense of where we are in life and where we are heading. This exercise will help you better understand the things in your life and the effect they have on you. Performing it will raise your level of self-awareness. The thing that you should do is answer the question, what do I spend my time doing? Look at an average or typical week in your life right now and try to account for all of your time. Remember, a week has 168 hours in it. Try to estimate the time that you spend in all the activities that you regularly do. You might, for example, spend 40 hours a week at a job. You might also sleep 56 hours a week. Let's also say that you spend about 3 hours each weeknight watching TV and another 9 hours watching TV on the weekends. That would be 24 hours of TV. You also spend about 11 hours each week on jogging, exercising, playing sports, and shopping in health or sporting stores, attending church each Sunday and Wednesday, and the additional time you spend on church activities take up to 6 hours each week. You also spend 3 hours of your time driving places. Being with friends and relatives averages about 11 hours each week. If we added all this time up, it totals 151 hours, or only 90% of an average week. Do the same for yourself below and list the things you do in a typical week right now. Try to account for all 168 hours in each week, but no less than 160. All right, so after you complete that, you are to perform a detailed written assessment of your life. This task must be written out and turned into your facilitator. During the same group meeting where you present the things in my life exercise, your facilitator will then take your book and review the next few pages. As soon as your facilitator can, he or she will approve it or return it to you for changes. What you are doing in this step is taking a good hard look at all the things in your present life in an organized way. This is done so that you can make some intelligent decisions about your life. The first thing you must do is divide your life into meaningful major divisions or categories. Then you will list every single object, person, obligation, and detail that make up each major category. So here's a hint for step 5. As you do this assessment, you'll begin to be quite aware of the many people that you have hurt in life. When you have completed this exercise, submit it to your facilitator for approval or discussion. Your facilitator may return it to you for more work if he or she feels it is inadequate or insufficient. When you complete this step, you will be in the stage of injury. All right, so the life assessment instructions. The first thing you must do in this task is to divide your current life into major divisions or categories. Most people have 6 major categories that comprise their lives by... Most people have 6 major categories that comprise their lives. By dividing your life into categories, you are organizing your present life into related parts. Organizing your life helps you understand the factors that have led to problems, happiness, and unhappiness. And doing this is the way out of uncertainty. To help you understand how to divide your life into major divisions, we will show you our major divisions. When we were between 21 to 30 years old, the people that wrote this book, lives could be organized into 6 categories. They were school, work areas, friends and family, home, recreation, and self development. Everything that was in our lives at that time fit somewhere into those 6 areas. Every possession we owned, every activity, every habit, every job duty, every friend and family relationship, and every bill we had fit into those categories. There are many ways you can divide your life in major categories, but the point is that everything in your life has to fit somewhere under your major life categories. Below is a list of some major life categories that people commonly choose. So I'll go through and read those real quick. It's school, work, family, exercise, business, home, law, children, sports, plants, religion, friends, social life, self-development, finances, learning, self-improvement, community, travel, meditation, hobbies, culture, entertainment, creativity, chess, reading, music, weight control, spirituality, play, writing, games, pets, singing, nutrition, and money. All right, so let's go over to this next page. All right, so it says read through the list on the prior page and pick out 6 that are important to you. If necessary, choose something not on our list that makes sense to you. Take your time doing this and carefully consider your choices. When you are done, everything in your life should fit into one of the categories you have chosen. The most important question about your life categories is this: will everything that is in your life right now, every person, obligation, bill, duty, responsibility, and possession, fit into the categories you choose? Don't forget the program you are in and the way that you spend your time either in groups, work, recreation, and other things you typically do each day. If necessary, combine some activities that are related to each other so that your categories number no more than 6. For example, if you listed relaxation and meditation as separate categories, they should be combined into one category. Most program participants list family and home, the program/institution, some call this personal development, work duties, recreation and hobbies, friends, and education. All right, so decide on your life's categories, but remember to choose 6. Now list your final 6 major life categories below. So I'll pull this up. See, there's 6 lines. That's where you're going to list those. All right. The next thing you do is to look at each category and list the various things, people, and obligations that fit under each category. The category family might have your mother, father, all of your children, wife, husband, brothers, so on and so forth. All of these people have to be listed by their first name, and their relationship to you should be written next to the name. Work might include your boss, coworkers, and your job duties, tools, etc. You should try to include everything that makes up a major life category. Make sure you list every single person who is a part of your life. List your possessions, your bills, not the amounts, fines or court costs, all of your program activities, work duties, hobbies, games, and anything else you do. Don't forget TV, radio, music, sports, and other activities that you do. Here's a hint. Take your time doing this. Sure, it might seem like work, but it's not a waste of time. Be as complete as possible. Make sure that when you are done, everything in your life right now is there somewhere. As an example, we will show you how our lives when we were in our 20s would have looked, at least in part. It is far from complete, and it is presented to only give you an idea of how the exercises started. In truth, to make it complete would have taken several sheets of paper. All right, so hold it up again. Give you enough time to get a little screenshot. All right, again, note that what is written above is only an example. It is not complete. It is shown just to give you an idea of what a life assessment looks like. On the next page, you will find space to complete this task for yourself. List each of your life's major categories and then list the various elements that make up each category. Fill in all the spaces. Remember, this is not a wish list of your hopes or possibilities, but you should list things and people in your life right now, as well as things that you are actively worrying about, like fines, court cases, and the health of yourself or others. You are assessing your current life the way it is now. All right, so I'll go ahead, Let you see that. See, you got your category. You write your category down, and then there are 24 spaces per category, and they got to be filled in, every single one of them. And that is for all 6 categories. All right, and then the final part is, before you hand in this exercise to your facilitator, take a good hard look at all the things you wrote. Look at your final list and say to yourself, this is my life now. At least I'm not uncertain about where I am now. Once you finish your list and really become aware of all those things in your life, you may begin feeling an inner impulse. It may become clear to you that there is a pattern in your life and that you somehow are responsible for the pattern. You might be a bit sad or angry, but keep in mind that the reality of your life can change, or it can stay the same. It is really up to you. Hopefully, whatever you feel can give you some hints about what direction you should be moving in life. If you have been unhappy in life, the point is that the direction you have taken has led you to unhappiness. If you continue in the same direction, the unhappiness you have experienced is likely to continue. There's something else to remember, though. You must continue to remain trustworthy. If you allow yourself to be directed by your newfound honesty, you will find yourself in all the things you need to become happy. Correct your lies and the hurts you inflict immediately. Don't fall back down the freedom ladder. You are moving toward a better life. Keep moving. If you have followed the steps thus far and have some courage, you can make choices about the direction of your life. It does take courage to make such choices, but you must decide who you want to be. Decide what you want to be. Then choose things accordingly. Act in ways that are appropriate within your choices. Do this long enough and you will become what you want to be. As you finish your assessment of your current life in step 4, your awareness is going to quickly increase. That awareness can make you a better person if you respond to it, but if you don't respond to this new awareness, you'll quickly fall back to the way you were. You have probably become aware of the sorry state of your life and the fact that you alone are responsible for where you are. You should have noticed this as you wrote the names of important people in your life. As you wrote their names, for a brief moment, you visualized those people. And at the same time, you became aware of the many times you let them down. You remembered the many broken promises, and you remembered some of the pain you caused in each relationship. So in doing the assessment, you will realize that you have repeatedly hurt yourself and others, and this realization will propel you up into the next stage. So keep moving. All right, so that's all of step 4. If you need to, take some screenshots. I'll take some shots of the exercises and post them to the community wall, and I'll go ahead and start working on mine. And once that's done, I'll get it loaded up. Thank you guys so much for the support. If you're new, you can go back and check out these videos if you want to do the program. And if you've been around for a while, I'm proud of you guys. Keep it up. We're really on to something here. This is an amazing program. Either way, I love you guys. Thanks for the support. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification. Peace.